Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you guys want to see how I created this eye look using the brand new Too Faced Pretty Rich palette, then just keep on watching. I also do want to mention that I did pick this palette up on November 25th, and I believe that it just came out, but Sephora had it early. So if you guys are interested in new releases, definitely check out Sephora, because Sephora is known to make things available earlier than they're supposed to be available. So yeah, just so you guys know, I did receive this early. So to start off this look, I'm going to take the shade right here called It's Designer, and it's just a matte beige shade just to set my primer. And I just put this all over my lids just to give a smooth canvas. Alright, now to start off my crease, I'm going to take the shade right here called It's Cashmere, and it's just a brown crease shade, and I just do this to start off my crease. And that's really pigmented. Alright, so I definitely do think that this crease shade is very pigmented, and it definitely did blend out really nicely. So just to build that up, I'm going to take this matte shade called Fancy That, just to give it a little bit more definition. I do really like these matte shades. It's blending very nicely, and they're both very pigmented. So the next matte shade that I am going to use is the shade right here called Oh That's Rich, and this is like a burgundy brown, it looks like in the pan. I'm just going to take this to deepen up my crease. So I think that looks really nice. I think that it blended out really well. I think that these shadows are very pigmented. So I'm going to cut my crease, that way I can use some of these glitter shades in the palette. So I'm going to go ahead and cut my crease. Alright, so now I am just going to cut my crease, that way I can use these glitter shades on top of it. Alright, so I didn't want to go too high, but I just cut my crease with concealer, and now I am going to take my Too Faced glitter glue to set the glitters, and I'm just going to put that on top of the concealer. I'm not sure if this is the right way because I don't really play with glitter as much, and I'm not the best at doing cut creases, but I'm just going to go with it. So I am going to go ahead and use my fingers to apply the glitter shade. I'm going to, let's see, I'm going to use Diamond Life, this one right here. It is a silver duochrome kind of shade. So I'm just going to take this with my finger and apply this all over my eyes where I set the glitter glue. And when I dig in the palette, this is what it looks like. I hope you guys can see that on my finger. And it gives you like a nice glitter lid. You could also probably use it as like a topper as well. Just going to do my other eye. Alright, so I just wiped the glitter off on my leg, and it all came off of my finger, so that's very good. I definitely think that this is one of the best glitters that I've used. Not that I've used that many glitters, but there's not a lot of fallout with this glitter, so I'm really impressed with that. So I'm going to go ahead and do my inner corner highlight I'm going to take the shade right here called Clutch Your Pearls, and it's just this pearl shimmer shade, nice for highlighting your inner corners and brow bone. So I'm just going to do that. Now it does come off pink. It's actually not what it's showing it in the pan. The pan, it definitely looks like it's a white pearl shade, but it's definitely pink. So I'm not sure how I feel about that, but I'm just going to go with it. Alright, so now I want to do my lower lash line, and I'm going to take this shade right here called Set the Jewel Tone, just because it kind of matches my shirt. So I'm going to put this on my lower lash line. Alright, so I am going to apply the rest of my makeup, and I'll be right back. Alright you guys, so this is the completed look. So for the rest of my makeup, I am using the Jeffree Star Skin Frost in the shade Peach Goddess. I'm using the Jeffree Star lipstick in the shade Unicorn Blood. I'm using the Urban Decay concealer in the shade Medium Neutral. It's a much lighter concealer, which I think is a great color for the winter time. And I'm also using the Lancome foundation in the shade 415 Bisque W 415 Lancome. So yeah, that is my makeup details. If there's anything that I left out that you guys are curious about what I have on, then just comment down below and I'll be more than happy to answer that for you guys. So today I am reviewing the brand new Too Faced Pretty Rich palette. This is what the palette looks like. So when you open it up, these are the shades that you get. And it also comes with a little mirror at the top. And on the back, it says exactly what the back of the box says. So I'm going to go ahead and read it from the palette. So it says, Pretty Rich Diamond Light Eyeshadow Palette. This captivating collection of 16 ultra luxe shades of vivid glitters, creamy mattes, opulent shimmers, and precious pearls can be layered in infinite ways to mimic the multi-faced beauty of real diamonds. The 4 diamond-shaped pressed gel glitter shadows are specially created to minimize glitter fallout so your eyes stay dazzling with breathtaking intensity. Too Faced tip. Prime lids with Too Faced glitter glue. For best results, use your finger when applying the pressed gel glitter formula. So that is what the palette looks like. And when you get the palette, this is the box. It looks just like it. In the box, it has all the shadows with their names and exactly what I just read on the back of it. So that's just the box. And when you get the palette, it also comes with a Too Faced glamour guide that Too Faced includes in all of their palettes, which I love. I think that they're very handy. I've personally never used any of them, but I definitely do think that this is great for beginners if you don't know where to start or what kind of eye look to go for. I think that this is very helpful. However, I just create my own looks and I don't really look into these, but I do think that these are very nice and handy to have. So when you open it up, here are the looks. This one is called Strike It Rich. It's like a gold neutral look. And then this one's called Pretty and Priceless. It is a pink look, and there's 2 more. This one's called Fancy That. It's like a more smokier look. And this one is called Sitting Pretty. It has like a blue look. So those are the 4 shades that you get. On the back it says money can't buy happiness, but it can buy you makeup. So that's cute. Too Faced always has these cute little quotes in all of their palettes, so I love these little guides. So enough of the packaging. So like I said, this is the palette. It's like this cute little like jewelry box. Like it just, when you open it up, like this palette feels so luxurious. Like it makes you think that like there's something like, you know, like a jewel, like expensive jewelry inside of it. It has like these little beads on the side, like the detailing. It's gold all the way around, and there's a little heart, just a cute little decor thing. It's not how you open it though, but yeah. So yeah, and it is a magnetic palette as well. It just opens like that, and it closes very nice and secure. So like I said, these are the shades, and the 4 glitter shades that you get is like a diamond shape, whereas the other shadows are more of the rectangular shape. And the mirror does say Pretty Rich on it, and it has like these little gold detailing around it. I don't think that this is a nice mirror. I did use this today when I created this eye look, and I just think it's too small. I mean, it's great that there's a mirror in this palette, but it would have been great if it filled up the entire part of that. That would have been even better. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys my thoughts on this palette. So I did just use this palette the first time today, and I will say that I was very impressed. First of all, with the matte shadows, I thought that they were very, very pigmented. Like, even down to the white shade in here, I think that it came off very beautifully. They all blended very nicely. I used all the mattes in the palette today, and they blended very nicely. They looked really good. And I did only use 1 glitter, and I will say that I was really impressed. Now, I did use the Too Faced glitter glue, like it mentioned, and also with my fingers. I'm not sure how it's going to apply with a brush. I probably wouldn't recommend that. But I will say that using this glitter, it doesn't give a lot of fallout like I've had in the past with other glitters. Now, I've used other glitters where there's glitters all over my face, all over my hands, my shirt, everywhere. And this didn't get everywhere. It's very nicely. It just had a little bit of fallout down my eyes, but I get that with almost every shimmer shade even. So I'm definitely very impressed with the glitters. Now, my final thoughts, if I recommend this palette or not. So if you guys are in the market for glitter shadows, I do recommend this palette. Now, I know I've only used 1 glitter, but I'm pretty sure that all of these glitters will be nicely. If you aren't a fan of glitter shadows, I wouldn't recommend this palette. And if you guys think that you already have these shadows besides like the glitters, I wouldn't recommend this palette. But if you guys, you know, you love Too Faced, you love eyeshadows, you know, you love glitter and sparkle, I really do recommend this palette. I think that it's very nice. I really love the idea of having glitters in a eyeshadow palette. I think it's very nice. I think that you can take this palette with you to travel, and you have everything there, whether you just want to go for an all matte look, a neutral look, a smoky look, and even add the pops of glitter. I think that it's a very nice palette to have. So yeah, I do recommend this palette. I definitely will be using this more, and I'm going to go ahead and show you guys some swatches. Alright you guys, so here are the 4 glitters in the palette. So there is a nice silver, a pink, a gold, and a more bronzy glitter. The color that I used is this one right here, and that one is actually the most chunkiest. I think that the other ones are a lot more smoother when you apply them with your fingers, and the other ones definitely did swatch better as well. So I'm very excited to try out the other glitters. So here are the 4 matte shades in the palette. I think that there's a great range of mattes, and I think you can definitely get a complete eye look with these. They're nothing spectacular, but they are very nice, and they are very blendable, and they apply very nicely. There's a lot of pigment in them as well. The last deep shade was a little bit gritty to the touch, but it applies very nicely on the eye. So here are the shimmers in the palette. Now, the shimmers were the ones that I think least impressed me, especially this 3rd shade right here. It was very gritty, and I had to do another layer to get that pigment. but these are the shades. I think that there's a nice variety. I do think that these two blues didn't need to be in the palette. Maybe just keep that last one. I think it's really pretty. And that black shade right here, it's like a matte shade with shimmers in it. I think that's really pretty as well. But yeah, there's a good bit of different, different colors to get a nice look with. And I do think that they're really pretty. So here is what the palette looks like after doing swatches. As you can see, the glitter shades, there are dents in it. It like moves around. And like this shimmer shade right here. But yeah, that is what it looks like after swatching and using it. I also feel like the shimmer shades are nothing impressive. They're nothing that wows you. I wouldn't get this palette for the shimmers. I would get this palette if you guys are looking for great glitter shadows. And the mattes as well are really nice, but the glitters aren't nothing spectacular. But it is a nice palette to add to your collection, I definitely do think. And I think that the swatches were really pretty. I think that there's a great variety. You get glitters, you get mattes, you get shimmers, satins. There's just everything in here. So yeah, I do recommend this palette. I want to thank each and every one of you for being subscribed to my channel, and if you're not subscribed, then go ahead and subscribe down below and turn on the notification bell. That way you aren't missed out on any of my future uploads. I know I haven't been uploading consistently, and I do apologize. I have so much in store for you guys. I've just been really busy with life and family, and there's just a lot that's going on right now in my life. But I am not going anywhere. I am still doing YouTube. I still really do appreciate each and every one of you, and it does mean the world to me to have you guys supporting my channel. Thank you guys so much. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, then please like, comment, and subscribe. I hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.